Hi, everyone, and welcome to Reimagine Agriculture, the podcast where we explore the future of farming, food, and rural life across Europe through the eyes of the people shaping it. I'm Teresa Carvalho, and in this series, we'll meet people from across Europe who are reshaping the future of agriculture. In this episode, we're traveling to Greece to meet Dionysios Pavlopoulos, an agronomist specializing in animal science who is pursuing his PhD at the Agricultural University of Athens. His work spans environmental chemistry, circular economy, and feed biotechnology, combining practical experience with innovative research in sustainable agriculture. Hi, Dionysios.
Hello, thank you for your invitation.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you. Can you start by telling us a little bit about yourself, your story, your studies, and most importantly, how you managed to balance it all?
I listened your intro and I was like, okay, it's this me. Yeah, I'm agronomist as you told before. I'm working in Agricultural University of Athens. The last 8 years there. The last 5 years I'm on my PhD studies. Um, My field is on plant chemistry and toxicology, and all this is the general field of me.
Wow. So you're currently doing a PhD in environmental chemistry, focusing on circular economy and feed biotechnology, which sounds
Yeah.
super technical, but also very relevant to the big sustainability goals of the European Green Deal and of the CAP. How do you see your work contributing to what the EU calls climate smart or circular agriculture?
I will try to explain some of my experiments to understand this connection of these fields. Um, in these days, I'm trying to find a way to make new sustainable raw materials for animal feed from agro waste. So you see that the circular economy is something that a thematology that connect all these fields, the rural, the research, and generally all these agronomist fields that sometimes you can't understand exactly the connection, but there is.
For people unfamiliar with your field, what's one simple example of circular economy in everyday agricultural practice?
Okay, this that I want to say about this is that uh, the question is not only maybe for the people that are working on this field, because everyone has to know that circular economy is in our daily, and we do practices of the circular economy in our life. For example, in Greece, we have so many villages, and the most of people in Greece they have at summer to go to a village. There, you'll see some grandmas or grandpas that they have their own animal production, and it's the way that they recycle the food. This is example. In the town, maybe the reuse of something for a can maybe is a way of the circular economy. So it's not only for my field; it's generally for all the people to know that we have so many practices in our life that is matching so much with the practices of the circular economy.
So, you have also hands on experience in the field through your family's farm in the Peloponnese. So,
Mhm.
growing up in that environment must have given you a unique perspective on the challenges and the opportunities in agriculture. So, how has that experience shaped your understanding of policies like the CAP?
Um, because I'm very close to my village that is like another from Messina, Kalamata. Um, and I remember my all my life to be there with my parents and to produce our figs and our olive oil. I remember always how we have to find a way to be more ecological, or all these that cap sharing. So yeah, it's many years that I'm reading about all these policies of CAP, and how we can find a way to follow these strategies and all these.
So, do you think young people in general understand how policies like the CAP affect farmers and rural communities, or even the food they eat on a daily life?
Um, Good question. I think that they can understand, but the problem is that they're not so informed about the CAP policies. I think this is the different. It's not so difficult to understand, but it's difficult to find the information for the CAP.
So, thinking about how young people can be encouraged to stay in the field of agriculture, the CAP is meant to help. It's there to support them, and through supporting farmers, promoting innovation, and generational renewal. So, from your perspective, what changes would you like to see in Greece to make it a place where young people can be inspired to see agriculture as a future that's full of opportunity?
Uh, in these days that we're talking, we have a big problem in Greece, and I want to start with this because I think that uh, these are the problems that make us to don't want to inform more about strategies and generally things that make maybe we can help our works. This problem in Greece now is that because of some people that working close to political persons, and they had more opportunities to take some extra things from the cap policies. So this that I think that is very important to see the people that want to start is that they have to work alone, and to have to search alone the all these strategies that they need to use. And the only weapon in this way is the collaborations and the cooperatives, maybe between all these young people. And when I say young, I don't mean exactly about the age. Young, generally for me, is the people that have the energy to start something and to work on this. So yeah, I think that this is the most important. That they don't have, they have to have in their mind that is a big way, and they have to know that it's a race, that every day they have to work on this, and the only way to work all this is about their collaborations and their cooperatives.
So, speaking of inspiring this next generation, education plays a big role in shaping how young people see agriculture. So, I'm wondering if you could redesign how agriculture is taught in schools or in universities in Greece, what would you change?
I told you before that I think that one of the big problems in this uh, CAP is about the information. So I think that it's very important to put education skills and all this to our farmers. Um, from the primary school in Greece, we start these years to put some programs with plant cultivations in the school. So I think that these practices are some practices that put early the people in this uh, way of thinking, and generally at the ages of the high school and at the university, it's a big change to make our students to thinking about all these thematologies and to informed. And one very important for me thing, and is something that I learned from my university, is that sometimes it's more important to learn to someone how he can find the information. So yeah, okay, maybe a lesson about the cap policy, the cap practices is important, but more important is to find a way to um, share the way that is easy to find the information the next years, because it's just a lesson and it's all the life. So you have to work on the way that he can find the information.
So, what kind of collaboration or dialogue do you think is needed between farmers, researchers, and policymakers to achieve that?
I'm not sure about this because it's a big a big problem. Many years, for sure, it's necessary to find a way of dialogue of all these categories. Um, I'm not exactly. I'm not sure how exactly we can organize something like this. But the only way I think is that, and the only that I'm sure that is working is to work in small teams. It's not so easy to do something central. You have to we have to organize more teams and to talk about problems and to share the knowledge and the information of its year and the productions and all this, and from the other side, from new researches, and to find way to solve the problems on teams.
So, if you could share one message with EU policymakers about what young professionals in your field really need, whether it's support, visibility, or more opportunities, what would that be?
All of these are very important, but I think that the visibility of the rural communities is the most important. Uh, as I say in my country, I'm not sure about all the Europe, but in my country, I think that this is a problem. Uh, we don't know exactly how is a day in a village in for a farmer. So if I have this opportunity, this that I had to tell is that we have to support the farmers. The food is the way to live, so we have to support these producers of our food.
And finally, looking to the future, what advice would you give to other young Greeks who are considering a path in farming or in agricultural research?
It's a hard way. This is the thing that I have to tell for sure. But it's a very beautiful way to be close to people that are working on the nature, or to be these people. Uh, it's a beautiful way to work, and you have so many opportunities sometimes to change your production, your research. You have, it's not a work, a job that is one way. You have so many opportunities with this. Uh, I mean, both from this field and from farming and for research. And sometimes, and I tell it because I do it, you can do this at the same time, both of them. So yeah, it's very important to see that the big thing of these two fields is that you have the opportunity to select every day what you will do.
Thank you. And
Thank you.
thank you so much for joining us today, Dionysius. It was a really good conversation. And for everyone watching us, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining another episode of Reimagine Agriculture, part of the Recap Project. And we'll see you in the next one.